Reggae
Sure
Chat.
you listen to
You
Daddy
get that?
Ernie on the Reggae Chat on
Reggae Chat.
ViewNowTv.
You get that?
Rebel
And
said
it's a
that.
Protoje, eh? Chronixx are where you say, eh? Okay.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Jah provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Green leaves. Hey.
When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight from hypocrisy, I say, hey. Every man to them own a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. Man, they in a city hungry and no eat. And food they down a country does a drop off of the tree then. You see, say poverty no real then. Is what the reason reveal.
Reggae Chat. You get
Welcome
that?
to ViewNowTv.com, the final one in our summer series of Reggae Chat. My special guest is part of what I like to call the new renaissance in roots rock reggae music. Relatively new, his career started early this decade and he's gone on to amass a series of hit songs.
No, and this one I no play tell. Girl, you know I'm in So tell me what you say, yeah. Bang, bang. I've been waiting for you, my lady. I'll be on my way to you soon. All through night till morning, don't leave me. Call your work and tell them about noon. I've been waiting for you, my lady. I'll be on my way to you soon. All through night till morning, don't leave me. Call your work and tell them about noon. Hey, I've been thinking about you daily. Putting you in positions that drive you crazy. My provisions stack up, it accumulating. See what you're facing, you know this ain't a plaything. This is a baby in a playpen. Don't back
You
up.
get that?
I'm talking about the one and only Protoje. Welcome to Reggae Chat.
Yes, man, enough respect, man. Good to be here. Of course.
Kind of just floated around. I've seen you a couple of times. You've always been busy when I see you, and we finally caught up at long last. So it's only right that we go back to the beginning of your career. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved, your early career in the business.
Just being around sound systems a lot, and then just gradually trying to find my own sound. About 2009, I came out with a song called Arguments that just did really well for me. My first song happened to be like a hit song in Jamaica, followed up by like J.A. and Dread that were also big songs, and then a couple months after Rasta Love, so like my first set of songs did really good. Rasta Love obviously was like a huge hit in Jamaica and globally, and that kind of launched my career right into my first album, 7 Year Itch, and after that I just been, putting out albums and touring and, making more music.
You are actually the son of one of our big stars from Jamaica in the early 70s, Lorna Bennett.
That's true, that's accurate, that's my mom, so kind of have a little lineage into music anyway, so that helped me out,
Did she push you into music?
No. She wasn't really knew that I wanted to be an artist until later down when I really didn't want to go to school anymore, and I was like, yo, I want to pursue this, and I let her hear what I had, and then she thought I was good, so
it's been a little bit of a helping hand in the early days. Or inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just my parents let me do whatever I want to do and encourage me. So whatever I chose, it would have been chill for them.
Mm-hmm. Your career I followed it from the beginning, and it's been planned sort of meticulously in stages. Is that the way you set out for it to go?
Yeah, just really have a plan, like how you do any other thing in life. You need to have some sort of a plan and idea of what you're trying to accomplish, and be patient to know when to press, when to put your brakes on, and when to just throw caution to the wind. So I've just been putting it together bit by bit, and like using each point as a stepping stone to get to where I want to go.
Because you're not one of these artists that we've seen popping up on all kind of different rhythms and working for different producers. Although you're is it your cousin's Don Corleone?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
So you don't, and even then we haven't seen you popping up on a tremendous amount of his rhythms because he does a lot of rhythms.
Yeah, we haven't worked since my second album, like 5 years ago. That's the last time we've done work together. Did Winter, I did Ancient Future and A Matter of Time with him. But now I'm working with lots of different producers, but I still regulate when they come out, how they come out. And I really like to use my platform to put them out in my timing, even if I work with other producers.
Because your albums seem to take on a pattern that they're every couple of years or so.
So far, but I think it's going to change now. I think probably get more music more often now.
You mentioned Winter James. You seem to have a good relationship with Winter James.
Yeah, man, he's awesome producer. He's killing it right now. His sounds are different and fresh, and I love working with him. And me and him are good friends as well.
Is that stretching back from school days?
No. I met him on a session, and we just kind of bonded over our love for Channel 1 and Volcano Sound and that type of thing, and dub music.
I'm going to admit this to you, that when I first heard you, it took me a little time to get involved, because I think it was a different sound, it was a new sound.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, you had to kind of get your ears in tune to it. But I think Styling was the one that really made me sit up and take notes.
Yeah, Styling is a heavy bass line, boy. It's rough. Yeah, wicked tune, big song off of Ancient Future. And, you know, part of what my sound is.
And even, you know, you thrown in there a scat tune, Answer My Name, which was another deviation from what you was doing.
Yeah, a sample off a Prince Buster tune, and it was good, people liked it.
Does that show upcoming through the scat area and kind of rock steady era? Is that era that really let you grew up in?
I look back and research. I didn't grow up in that time, but I know the history of Jamaican music, and I study the history, and I go all the way back from start and pick out elements that I love out of each era.
Who's your inspirations?
From
that
Jamaican
era?
music? Ernie Grabs is a big part. Obviously Bob Marley and, you know, Tosh, Burning Spear. You know, but mainly Ernie Grabs and Black Uhura, of course, and Sly Rabbit for sure.
Have you worked with Sly?
No, not yet, but it's there. It just hasn't manifested, but he is really cool to me and very, very kind to me, you know.
Does he give you a lot of tips?
When I ask and he tells me, I really just ask him more about stories. Like, tell me about that show, or tell me about what it was like when you were on tour then, or when you're doing music. I just love to hear the stories.
What's your take on the new renaissance of roots rock reggae music? Because for me, I think I just look on it that it was there, but it's just got a new intake of new artists.
Yeah, exactly. Just new artists with new styles, just a modern update that's fit for this generation. You understand? The way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you do the music, the way the videos look, the way the art for the CDs look, the way everything is like. To get like a youth's attention now, you have to have these things as well as the potency of the music. So I just feel mans like me and Chronixx been able to make it look cool, able to make it feel fresh, and that's why youths respond to it.
You mentioned Chronixx days.
I know enough of them would have want we gone. I know them would have want me gone. It done every day and I wish we all much time on them hands, you know. But why would a king ever fear a boss? A king would never fear them. So what them a go do when them hear this one? Bang bang. Yeah. No take tellings, want me no piece of this. Man, we see your farm and gone in and you lettuce. People mean your harm, you can't tell what a friend is. Grudge you for your paper, scorn you for your pennies. When you no see me gone, forget replenished. Back up in the morning, can't forget the message, no. Avocado, she feel for me, senny. Yeah, man, banana is sweet, pushy belly. Jeez, how I make life sweet, so like a jelly. Climb feet it hard, can't easy, so forget it. Sang them on the radio, video on the telly. Loving on me heart, me a spread the catchy melody.
People of beyond expectation. Will they love you? No guarantee.
Reggae Chat.
Chronixx, they
Reggae
seem to have a
Chat.
very special bond with Chronixx, hence Who Knows, and even on the new album, which we're going to discuss very shortly, No Guarantee.
He's cool, man. Him are cool. We're good friends. I really respect his music. I really respect his approach, his work ethic. I think he is like a one-of-a-kind artist, and I'm very proud of what he's been able to accomplish, and I'm very glad that our relationship has strengthened over the years. You know, even though we're doing music and traveling a lot, and you know, music industry is funny sometimes, but we've been able to, you know, have a stronger relationship as time has passed, and I'm just, wherever we can support each other, I'm there for it.
Is there any competition? Because competition is quite good for sometimes.
No, I wouldn't say there's competition. I just think it's just a respect that we have for each other, and we both know that each other is going to be working as hard as they can. So it drives me so that when we look back 20 years from now, we can be like, yo, we really gave it all we had. But I don't feel any competition to have a spot. You know what I mean? I think that I'm comfortable where I'm at. He's comfortable where he's at, and we're just trying to work to get better and better.
Because there's a whole, you know, yourself, Chronixx, Janine, Kabaka, Pyramid, you know, there's a whole body of new artists coming up, and you seem to do a lot of emphasis on the work ethic, whereas artists who came before you maybe never put in the amount of work that you do. Because I know when you come to London, especially, it's very hard to tie you down because you're just working non-stop.
I mean, I just think right now, especially in this way music is, it's a global thing. So my music, people who like my music listen to Skepta or listen to Stormzy or listen to Drake. So it's like, it's not like one time where people listen reggae music or they listen this or they listen that. It's like very much global. So to keep up with the pace, to keep up with, get your name out there, you have to be constantly working and working smart as well as hard.
So, you know, as you say, working smart, and you've been travelling. So where have you been so far on your travels that gave you a different energy? Where's your favourite place to perform at the moment?
London, Paris, Barcelona, Costa Rica, Trinidad. Enough places I love to perform at, you know. Ethiopia, for sure. Yeah.
What's it like for you performing in Jamaica? Because I know the Jamaican audience is very hard on their artists, and especially roots music is kind of a lot more difficult to penetrate. Or is it changing in Jamaica now?
It just depends, because I don't really do shows in Jamaica outside of my own shows. So I haven't done the Sumfest, Rebel Salute, none of those festivals I haven't done in the past 5-6 years. So I just keep my own shows and my fans come, and it's chill because they're coming to see me anywhere. I did Chronixx show with him the other day. You know, 5,000 people in Kingston, 5,000 people in Montego Bay. So we're just doing our own shows. We're changing the whole mode. Like, I don't need a promoter to put on a show for me in Jamaica. I don't need to perform on those festivals. Like, we just do our own thing and bring our audience to us, and it's really nice. And they come and they sing and they dance, and they don't need a song to be on radio for them to come there and sing it, because they know it, because they love our music.
And here in the UK, it's vastly different for you now as to when you first came to the UK as a unknown artist.
Yeah, UK showed me mad love. It's one of my staples, one of my homes. It's one of my places that I can count on to give me love. So I love coming here, and the people love me here, and it was always important for me to have an impact in the UK.
So your fourth studio album,
Yeah.
Matter of Time,
Yeah.
is the brand new album, officially released. How's it doing?
It's doing well. It's doing very well. I had a debut at #1 on the Reggae Billboard.
Wow.
and a number, I think it was 18 in America for independent albums, so that was good in all genres. And the singles Blood Money is already a classic. No Guarantee with Chronixx doing well about noon, and then Like This has made it to Radio 1, to the Radio 1 playlist, and Like This and Who Knows is the only reggae songs this decade to have made it to Radio 1, so I'm happy to have both of them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how does that feel, debuting on Billboard at number 1 and having those songs, you know, on the One Extra or the Radio 1 playlist? Must make you feel special right now.
Well, the debut in number 1 on the reggae Billboard is not hard, so that's okay. I don't feel too special about that, but to be on Radio 1 with 2 songs, only 2 reggae songs of this decade, and I have them both, one with me and Chronixx, of course. It's good, and hopefully it does well enough so that they can see that Jamaican music can have a home on that type of platform.
Even on your travelling around the world, you must see quite a few bands who's interpreting the art form of reggae music. But when you get somebody like yourself from Chronixx and the dancehall artists who come on these festivals, people must say, oh, so there is something going on.
Yes, it's important to have representation, and we're doing it. I can't complain. Played like 20 festivals this summer.
Wow.
Going back to America tomorrow just to do about 7 or 8, then go to Japan to do about 8, and then chill out. Then I come back and tour Europe for a month and do the UK show, so just keep it active.
Blood Money is a song that I must ask you about. Is the people of Cherry Gardens happy with you?
Some of them are not, but I just happened to be looking at Cherry Gardens that day. I could have been looking at Jack Sale or Norbrook or any one of the affluent neighborhoods, but I was just looking at Cherry Gardens, so I put it in the song.
Because your songs are very, you listen to the songs, and for those who know Jamaica, they are very sort of, singing about what one would see.
Yeah, it's just about seeing, being inspired by what's going on, paying attention to it, and communicating it to people.
Like This, tell us a little bit about Like This, because this is the single that they're kind of pushing right now. Although, for me, it's Flames and No Guarantee.
Yeah, No Guarantee is out as a video now, so that's being pushed hard. Like This has happened to find its way onto Radio 1, so we're putting some energy around that. It's a very catchy song, and every time I'm on stage, people sing it before I'm finished singing it, so I know it's going to work. I know people will respond to it. Just a matter of getting it enough time to be played. And Flames is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Who's the producer on that?
Winter
He's
did
done
the
the
whole
whole
record,
okay,
so
okay.
He did that, and I can't wait to perform that with Chronixx. We've never performed that together, so looking forward to it, and definitely want to do some visuals for that at the end of the year.
Because even the rhythm is a really aggressive, nasty rhythm.
I mean, that's the thing. It's so grimy, but then in the background of it, it's ska, right? It's a it's actually a Don Drummond we sample, and then we have the ska running at double time, and then he has the drums going at single. So the drums like boom, cha, boom, boom, while the ska is going fast. So it's like, it's ska, it's rock, it sounds like country and western with the guitar. The sounds like a bonanza stuff. So that's Winter, man. It's crazy.
Because when I first heard it, just the introduction alone, I thought, wow.
Yeah, that's an orchestra, 24-piece orchestra playing that. So we really went in,
Do you play instruments yourself?
I play guitar, but I'm not professional at it yet. But I will be soon enough,
And production-wise, you produce?
Yeah, I do production as well. But Winter is better than me, so I don't really do lots of my stuff. But I produce for Leela, Savannah. I've done 1 or 2 tracks for myself. Kabaka, Assassin, Agent Sasko. So lots of artists.
You mentioned a name there. Is it Leela?
Leela Ike.
Is there? She works with you because you've got an artist that some artists that you really.
Savannah and Leela are 2 artists that that I work with.
Tell us a little bit about Leela. Tell us a little bit about both of them.
Well, Leela has an awesome song right now called Second Chance that's out. That is tearing down reggae scene right now. Doing really well for her. And Savannah also has a new release called Sometime Love, doing good for her as well. Savannah opened for me on my last UK tour, and Leela was a feature artist in my set. So there are two women doing awesome work for reggae music and have brilliant voices and just putting their stuff out there, you know.
So we'll be hearing a lot more about them with you.
Yeah, and on their own, I mean, like, just the Second Chance for Leela right now, it's really feels going to be a reggae anthem before the year is done. And just looking forward to produce more stuff for them.
And on your album, there's one artist that interests me, Mortimer.
Yeah.
He's another new artist that's coming along. Is this a one-off project you done with him, or you're going to be working with him more in the future?
I worked with him on Ancient Future as well, and on this. Winter is his producer as well, so that's how we link up. So by extension alone, we'll always be doing work.
You're coming back in November.
Yeah.
For a huge show.
Yeah.
At Alexander Palace. You've just done Leeds and Reading Festival, which, you know, those festivals we don't really get reggae artists on there. But the one that people's really excited about is this Alexander Palace with yourself and Chronixx in November. How's preparations going for that?
Ready. I mean, it's just, I'm going to be on tour. Me and Chronixx link up when we go to Jamaica, and I've heard about, like, tickets are going very, very fast. It's a 10,000 capacity, and it's going very fast. So it's going to be a moment. I think it's going to be a moment, a historical night for reggae music in London. Going to Alexandra Palace to play in front of 10,000 people, if you know, and I think we're going to sell it out. And it's going to put, for me, people have to open their eyes to that, to be like, wow, you know, like, look what's happening with the music.
And just sort of wrapping up, what's the plan for the future?
More albums, quick, fast, and in a hurry. More putting out Leela and Savannah's music out there, and just keeping the momentum going and building on my career.
And I notice there's a lot of energy within the team. Is that important that you've got a lot of young youths around you?
Yeah, of course, because they keep the vibes going, and they keep your ear close to what's happening, and when we have the age and when we have the strength and health, it's good to max out and do as much as we can do, because I'm sure there'll be a day where I don't want to fly as much, I don't want to be on stage as much, so while I have the energy for it, I max it out.
And you use social media to the max as well.
Yeah, we do what we can to keep things live there and in that platform.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it was awesome, man, of course.
Short, sharp and sweet. Yeah. I've waited a while.
Yeah, but, man, I give thanks for that, man.
Any special message for your fans, legions of fans here in the UK and across the world?
Just give thanks for the support, keep sharing, keep spreading the music. You know, check out the other artists, yeah.
Matter of Time, the brand new album from Protoje is now in store. Make sure that you go out and get one. And as we said, the concert in November is going to be a moment. It's going to be one of those moments when we look back in years to come, they're going to say, were you there?
Yeah, for sure, without question. You need to be able to say you were there, you know.
Definitely. God sparing I will be
there. Give thanks for that as
well. Protoje, enough respect. Thanks for passing to ViewNowTv.com Reggae Chat. Boom.
Yes, this is Protoje and you're watching Reggae Chat on ViewNowTv. I may say this another play, tell you. Bang, bang. Yeah. I know the kingdom falling. I me say this a Protoje, a reggae chat away you say, ViewNowTv, no delay, Check it, this is Protoje representing for Reggae Chat. ViewNowTv.
Make sure you listen to Daddy Ernie on the Reggae Chat on ViewNowTv. Rebel said that. See it? View when? Now. ViewNowTv.
You don't know it's where representing for Reggae Chat Global. Just big up on yourself. Yeah man, just do it your way. There's no other way.
Reggae Chat. You get that?